What's up, guys? Knife Fanatic here. Hope all of y'all are having an amazing day. We got an unboxing to do, and I'm super stoked to open it with y'all. This is the laid back jack from Jack Wolf Knives in fat carbon lava flow, and I'm super stoked to open it with y'all. Ben Belkin, he is the owner, operator, and designer of the company. Ben, if you're watching this, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. He was kind enough to send out an extra hardware set to anodize, plus a purple Ranger eye and a purple envelope, which is my favorite color. So thank you very much. A little information I kind of want to get into before I crack this bad boy open. Growing up, I've had knives, but I was never really interested in slip joints. They just never really appealed to me. But recently, I got introduced through various channels to Jack Wolf Knives, and I just really fell in love, and his whole design language really of all his knives really grew on me, because I just think they bring such a modern interpretation to slip joints that really just appeals to me. And I really started to like his all of his knives, and so I went ahead and bought one. And shout out to Lefty EDC, G-Ball Vision, Duties Daggers, Jim Skelton. Super cool dudes, awesome content. Definitely go check out their channels. But they're kind of like the main guys that I've been watching that have really sparked my interest in slip joints, specifically Jack Wolf. And so, yeah, it's kind of where it all started, really. They've been like the main catalyst in me buying this knife. So I'm super excited to open this. First off, we got a really nice little can here with some nice graphics on it. We got a wolf here in a hammock just chilling on the beach. Really nice laid back Jack Wolf Knives. We got our pog here, and I really appreciate the packaging and presentation. It just really adds to the whole unboxing. Really nice. I just feel like a little kid on Christmas again. So here I believe we have our knife. I believe that's it. Yep, that's it for the can. I'll set that to the side, and then we have some stickers here. Super cool. I'll set that to the side as well. And we have our leather slip. And another thing real quick, so I mentioned earlier that purple is my favorite color, right? And he also offers I believe it's the purple, like the Kirinite Wave DLC version of this knife, and that knife is just as stunning. I mean, it's absolutely amazing, and I was really close to buying that knife over this, but I bought this fat carbon lava flow version for a specific reason. So I pre-ordered the Varga Knives VBR MK4, the small version, which has like 3.25 inch blade, and I got that in fat carbon lava flow as well. And I think it's going to pair so well with this Jack Wolf knife, the laid back Jack in fat carbon lava flow. I just think the Wharncliffe blade, you're gonna have the best of both worlds. The Wharncliffe blade on the laid back, and then the drop point on the VBR. And obviously the slip joint is gonna be more for lighter, smaller, tasks that, a slip joint really isn't for hard, abusive tasks. They're just meant for, I believe, just for nice having a nice little knife on you, and carrying it in this leather sheath is going to be super cool. I can't wait for the leather to patina over time and for the leather to take shape of the knife in here. It's going to be really cool. That's just another thing that I think is awesome of Jack Wolf, is that he provides this leather sheath. So yeah, and I also just wanted something a little bit more gentlemanly and more refined, but I just never really was attracted to slip joints that much until now. I just really think that Jack Wolf does such an amazing job with all of his knives. But yeah, here we have a kind of like a faint design in this cloth. Jack Wolf knives, really nice. Oh boy, guys, this is rolled up really nice too. And wow, real quick, I want to apologize in advance because I'm not very familiar with slip joints. This is my first one in a very long time, but I'm not going to know all the terminology and pieces probably of it, so just keep that in mind. But wow, guys, look at that. Man, this fat carbon lava flow, just stunning. It's kind of hard for my camera to pick up in certain angles because I think the reflectiveness is kind of throwing it off, but yeah, really nice. And I believe they call this kind of like a Barlow style bolster. Just correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments, but yeah, we got the triple flutes here. It looks like that's a signature of Jack Wolf, I'm pretty sure. You just got 3 screws on each side. I believe that's that looks pretty big. I'm not sure that's a T8. Let me try. Yeah, definitely not a T8. This is, what is this? Let's try a T10. Yep, so T10 hardware for the pivot there. And then maybe T8 for the scales. It looks like T8, yep. One side has the nail nick there. Let's go ahead and crack her open. Oh yeah. Man. We got a nice satin finish on that blade. And this is the second model. I mean, so he has 2 versions of this knife, the laid back. This is kind of like the new and improved version of the laid back Jack, but here, let me wipe this blade off. It looks a little greasy, a little oily. But yeah, it's a very nice satin finish on that blade. And I believe the differences in between this knife and his first model or version of it is that the bolsters are a little bit bigger. The blade sits deeper into the handles, and I think we have a a bigger sharpening notch as well. And we have a S90V blade. Let's see. But yeah, it's looks like a sway back design to me. And it feels really comfortable in the hands. Really nice. I'm probably gonna be, you know, in this type of position most of the time, cutting stuff, packages, you know, letters open, or doing just small, fine, detailed work, because this Wharncliffe blade, oh man, that is, whew, doggy. Very pokey. That is gonna be just an absolute worker for opening packages and boxes and smaller things. The reverse grip feels really good too. Man, this feels so, like, I really like this kind of smaller. I mean, it's definitely not like a super small knife by any means. Let's get a tape measure out. I'm sure if you wanted to look up the exact measurements of this knife here. So about 6.5 inches overall, it looks like, with a cutting edge of about 2.5 maybe. Yeah. So handle length, a little over, about 3.25 maybe. But yeah, it's not a small knife by any means, but it just feels really good. Yeah, I don't know how else to describe it, but it just feels really good. This kind of more pinch grip also feels good. We got a nice hollow grind on this blade. Very, very thin feeling. I mean, look at that. Yeah, that gets pretty dang thin right there. Man, and this point right here is like a freaking needle. I mean, it once it just touches anything, it's just gonna be poking straight through. So I just have to be super careful with that. But yeah, I'm beyond, like, I just can't wait till the pre-orders for the VBR knives start pumping out, because man, this is gonna make such a nice little sidekick to that knife. I just can't wait. The walk and talk, so let's see. So I'm not very familiar, and I can't compare this to other slip joints because I don't have any other slip joints. But I can definitely tell you that the detent is very, I mean, it feels like a strong detent, I'm not gonna lie, and I think that's how it's supposed to be. But it feels good. Like, you can also, you don't have to use the nail nick, and I don't even have fingernails anyways, so I cut my fingernails. But you know, you can just, it's very easy to open it, just pinch it, so you have, you know, a decent amount of blade there to pinch. And also the blade, the tip of the blade there, looks like it sits pretty nice in there, centering. I mean, I don't think it can get any more perfect than that. Very nice centering. Back to the walk and talk here. Sorry, I kind of got off track. But yeah, that feels really good, and it sounds very good too. I don't know if it's, here, let me get close to my mic. Open, close. Open, close. So yeah, I mean, some things I forgot to go over. I don't know if I went over the materials of this yet, but we got titanium bolsters here, fat carbon scales, and lava flow, which just look incredible. Titanium hardware as well. I want to say, I mean, I'm probably going to sound stupid here, but this, I'm not really sure what this, the back spacer, maybe, the detent bar. Again, I'm sorry, I'm not very familiar with slip joints, so just bear with me. But I'm not sure if this is the same metal as the, the same steel as the blade. If it is, it's going to be S90V, which would make sense because I don't know why you'd want a different metal, maybe, like contacting that like that. But anyways, very nice lock up there. No play side to side or up and down, and it looks very almost seamless there. So yeah, that feels, I mean, I can't even feel anything because it's so smooth right there. Very nice. All the way around, very smooth edges. So yeah, all this is solid titanium from the bolsters to the scales, and then you got the fat carbon overlays. Jack Wolf here on the blade. But yeah, guys, the walk and talk is very nice. It has a very nice thwack to it. It's just very, very satisfying. I don't know how to describe it. I mean, if you have a slip joint, you obviously know what I'm talking about, but y'all can probably describe it better than me. But it just feels very, very nice. And it's a pretty strong detent. Like, if you wanted to maybe use this for a little bit harder things, then you probably could, but I don't think slip joints are intended for those types of harder uses. Just a very nice gentleman's knife for sure, but we'll go ahead and see how it fits in this leather pouch here. You got Jack Wolf knives kind of stamped in this leather, very nice. Very well done. Little slip, I think, is what it's supposed to be called, a leather slip. I'm not sure if, let me see. I think, trying to figure out which way I want to, store this in the leather slip. I might watch some other guys and see how they do it, but I mean, this probably tip down, maybe tip up. I'm not sure. How does this feel? This feels like it goes a little deeper because it's thinner. Probably a little bit more secure. Yeah, I can already start seeing the leather stretch out there a little bit and kind of lighten up. That's how it looks with tip up, tip down. Yeah, super nice. Very excited to start carrying this knife more and just start using it, really cool. All right, guys. Well, this is the Jack Wolf laid back jack in fat carbon lava flow. Very nice. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you in the next one. Knife Fanatic out.